Hi there. My name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where I take a look at the lectionary text and I tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer or the garage or the kids' room. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you so much for your partnership in this ministry and the love that you're sharing with your families and your kids and your congregation. You are rocking it. And this Dollar Store Children's Sermon is for the Sunday of Sundays. It is for Easter. And every Sunday is a little Easter, and this is the reason we have every Sunday. So it's exciting, and it's my favorite, of course. It's my favorite Sunday of the year. I love it. And we haven't even gotten to Holy Week while I'm recording this, but Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. Alleluia. Oh, I said it. I know. All right, here we go. So for years, my first springboard for this children's sermon is the gum children's sermon. And I usually point you back. I said, if you can find it, you can do a search, and I talk about it. But I decided I'm going to actually talk about it today, as well as a couple of other springboards, because this is my favorite. This is like, if I had a favorite of all the ones I've done, this is my favorite, and I love it. So, and what's important is that the Dollar Tree is one of the few places that you can still get packages of gum like this. And this is the ones that I find works the best for these. You could probably doctor some other ones, but these are great. And the double mint, sometimes you can find juicy fruit, it doesn't matter. But so you've got this, and the idea is that you are going to remove the gum from the wrappers and put the wrappers back in. And so when you open up the gum, there is the linens, or there is the wrappings, but there is no gum. And so I have a couple of packs, because the way you do this is, so you've got two sides. You got the side that you're going to peel on, and then you've got the bottom. You turn it to the bottom so it's the top, and you are going to take these and you're going to peel. You're peeling it open like this. And it's pretty easy to do, but I peel it open and I make sure that I don't rip it. Even if you rip it, it doesn't matter. But so you've got that and you've got it open. Now the idea is to get the gum out. The easiest way to get the gum out is you're going to use one hand as a stopper. This hand, it's like you're getting out the ketchup bottle. That you've got ketchup and you want ketchup out, so you've got this here, and you're going to just bang it against your hand, and you notice that it's sliding out. So you've got that, and then once you get these out, you really only you get a couple of pieces out, and you drop them on the floor just because that's the fun part. So you've got that. Then you take out the gum. Take out the gum. You can chew it if you want. 1 second. There you go. So you don't have to see me take that out, because I can talk and chew gum, but it's hard. So there we go. And I've taken that, and you do that with each of the wrappers. Yeah, you pull out each of the wrappers. I just feel like I want to make a music joke right now with the wrapper. What's that gum? Anyway, I'll stop that right there. So you've got those, and you do that with each of the pieces, including the ones you dropped on the floor. Then you take the wrappers and you place them back in, and you do that with all 5. So when I get to here, I make sure that this piece, it's easier to fit in. When I started to put it in, it was like over like that. See that? So I want to make sure that it's together like that. So when I push it, it's like it's normally in, and you push them all the way in, and you've got all 5 of them in. Then what I do is I take this and I seal it. Now you can do a couple of ways you can do this. I can put this here, and then you can put just a little little bit of either super glue or a little bit of glue, any type of glue there, and then when you push that, it can seal. Or, because no one ever sees the bottom, you don't go, and look, there's a bottom. You can actually just take a piece of Scotch tape and tape it. That's the way I've done it for years. So you've got that, and there you have your gum, and it's sealed like the stone, and you open it up, and what I do is when I open it, I hold the sides. Because notice how when I started to open it here and when I squeeze, that's a lot of pressure and you're going to squish it. It gives it away. So you hold it on the edge, and then, because when you hold it on the edge, it keeps its form. You open it up. And I only have 2 wrappers in there. With the 5 wrappers, it also helps give some more form. You open it up. You can open up all the way, and then you got the 5 wrappers in there, and you hand out here. You have a kid, and it works best if you have the kid take the gum. You have a kid take a piece of gum, open it up, and don't worry, we've got plenty to share. And they open it up, and what? The gum is not there. Why? Because he is risen. And talking about how on this Sunday that it's like this amazement, this surprise. We get this, but imagine you go to the tomb and the stone is rolled away. What? So that is, again, you open it up on the bottom, do the little catch-up movement, and that pulls that in. You have to do it a couple of times, but that works well. That's what I have found the easiest way. You could probably get a pair of tweezers and get them out there, but no need. So that's the first springboard. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it is my favorite. So there's that. Another springboard, and these others I'll be quick about because we're already running to like 7 minutes. So the other is I found at the Dollar Tree. This is a little tin bucket, and I'm using this for something else. But I found they had rocks, and this is one of those impulse buys. Everything in the Dollar Tree is an impulse buy. But I'm walking out, and I see stones. I see stones, and then on the stones they have hope. Now I got 3 of them because they also had faith, and I got love. And so so we've got those, but this is the one that I was really drawn to. Love as well can work, but that's the idea that the stone being rolled away, and you can. It's got a sticker on it. I'd actually clean this if I was, but anyway, it won't come off. Clearly, I'll clean it. So you've got the stone, and the stone was rolled away, and because the stone was rolled away, there was hope. There was hope that was seen again as Christ was risen. Christ is risen indeed. So that the idea of the hope. If you watch this before Palm Sunday, you might actually pick up these, because this is a perfect also about the stone. If the disciples if my followers were silent, the stones would cry out. I wonder what the stones would say. Well, this one says hope. This one says love. This one says faith. There's another one that had imagination, or imagine. Imagine what God will do. Imagine what God is doing with you and me. So great stuff. So there's that. The other is, especially if you're using John, if you're using the Gospel of John, where Mary doesn't recognize Jesus at first, where mistaking him for the gardener. So, yes, a disguise costume. Now, there's one that had a clown nose with glasses, but a disguise where you come in and you're wearing the disguise, and you're like, "Hello there, have you seen Pastor John? No? That's strange. Blah, 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 blah." And the idea that then you can move in from this disguise, that you can take it off, pretend that the kids don't know who you are. And it's me! Look, I know I fooled you, didn't I? Isn't that weird? And then talk about how when Jesus was resurrected, when Jesus was brought back to life, when Jesus, Christ is risen, he is risen indeed, that Mary, when she first saw Jesus, didn't recognize him, thought he was the gardener. This amazing thing that had happened. And then when he speaks, she recognizes him. And, oh, man, I tell you, I get chills when I think of it. It's a powerful story. So using the disguise. So those are, oh, and the last one is, and this was in the arts and crafts, this was in the kind of the decorating arts and crafts, but the butterfly, and talking about and using the idea of the butterfly and the new life. And these are actually really cool. And there's a clip. There's a clip, so you could actually clip this to your stole if you have one, or you could clip this to the back. And, you know, you turn around and it's there, and this image of new life, a new life that clings to us, that God holds us tight in God's grace. So anyway, springboard upon springboard upon springboard. This is the Sunday. So I'm hoping some of this can be useful for your own children's sermon. And thank you so much for your partnership in this ministry. Thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids. And thank you for who you are, because you are rocking it, my friends. Thank you. We'll see you next week.